Hello, thank you for joining Mathis Digital. My name is Aaron, and today we're going to discuss version routines. But before we discuss our topic of today, I have an announcement. Next month, we are starting our live training sessions on T24 Programming. This is going to be a structured training which will take you from zero to hero. We are going to have a lot of projects. So this is going to be a project-oriented training. I'm going to share with you my own experience. In the last 14 years, I have occupied different positions in banks in Africa and in Europe. I started as analyst programmer. I have been head of IT, CIO, senior technical consultant. But in all these positions, there is one thing which kept me motivated all the time. It is the ability to respond to the business needs and solve problems, both technical and business, using my programming skills. Yes, programming is my passion. And when I was Chief Information Officer, I used to code. I have developed a lot of projects. I developed a lot of applications and systems. And applications which I have developed are still being used in banks. So you're going to get a lot of benefits by attending these training sessions. I'm going to show you how to do the analysis of business requirements, how to solve problems, how to structure your code, how to write clean code, and so on. This is not a free training. It is paid training. But I believe, based on the benefits, you are going to enjoy it. You will like it. So, if you want to attend our training sessions, please send me an email to Aaron or info@mathis.io. Thank you. So let's move to our topic of today. All right, let's start our topic of today. We are going to discuss authorization routines. So authorization routines are invoked at authorization stage, meaning when a user authorizes a transaction, you can trigger some action using authorization routines. In one of our previous videos, a video on validation routines, we created a version which is called account mtd.savings. So I can create a new savings account using this version. And we can validate, okay? I can commit. So this account is in exception, in unauthorized status. So what I want to have now is to record all these details in a log file whenever a user authorizes this account. So let's do that. For that, we need to create our subroutine. I create a new file, mtd. I'm going to name this auth for authorization, log, because I want to log account details.b. Okay, so we're going to use this to log the account details at authorization level. So I can create quickly. Good. So since we'll be working with account file, so let's insert account file as well. Quickly, we do account. Great. So how do we want to approach this? I want to have a log file to be the account number. So the account number, I can get it from id.new. That's number one. So we need to identify the fields that we need to log. Good. Now we need to have the message to be logged. So let's call this to log info. Okay. The information we want to log. And we want to have the mnemonic. So we can grab it from r.new ac.mnemonic. Then we want to concatenate this with, we can use star as a delimiter. Now let's also add r.new ac.short.title. Then we can also add the currency. It's going to be in r.new ac.currency. Then we can also add r.new ac.category. So we have account mnemonic, account short title, account currency, account category, and let's also add the user who authorizes these transactions. So it's going to be operator. So operator is saved in iCommon. It's a common variable that holds the current logged in user. Good. Now I have a routine that writes in log file. So let me call it. The routine is called mtd.logger. It accepts the log file, and it also accepts information to be logged. So log info, and also the level. So for now, I think this is information. It's for information purpose. And it has a return value or return code. Good. That's all. We're going to have our log file as account number, which we are authorizing in our log folder, which is Mathisi.log. So in our log folder, we're going to have this file, and probably let's add an extension .log. Okay. So let's create this subroutine on T24. Let me grab the name. I can log out. Then I do a jet Mathisi.bp, the name of our subroutine .b. I grab the source code, paste, Ctrl V, F5. Let me compile. Compiled successfully. Let me catalog. All right, cataloged successfully. Now, next step is creating an entry in eb.api. So let me grab the name again. So we do eb.api. I use comma version. Then the description, you can say auth routine to log account details. Okay. Full basic. All right. Good. So we have the name of our subroutine. Now we move to the last step, attach our subroutine to the version. So let's do that quickly. So our version is called account mtd.savings. So we need to move to feed 64.1. I'm going to paste the name of our subroutine. All right, it is authorized. So let's see the details, what we have in our log folder. So I do list Mathisi.log. As you can see, we have only one record, test log. Now let's move to the browser. We are going to authorize this account. Let me grab the account number. I'm going to log out and log in with a different user. So I use a different user. I log in. So a version is called AC mtd.savings. I do authorize, and the contract. So let's authorize. All right, so it is authorized. So let's view. So account C. Indeed, it is authorized. Okay. Now let's check our log file. Log folder again. As you can see now, this file has appeared. The name of the name of log which appeared is this. Our count number.log. We can view this. So we can use ct mathisi.log. And we can have the name of our file to be viewed. All right. So as you can see, we have the date. So you can check here on T24. It is the same date. Okay. And this is information. So we logged info. And we have our mnemonic. So let me scroll to view all the information. We also have info, because in our subroutine it says this is information we're logging. Now the details, we have mnemonic. You can see it is the same. Then we have short title. It is the same. We have currency. We have category, and you have the user who authorized, Aaron1. As you can see, we have the authorizer is Aaron1. So basically, what you do with this log, it's up to you. But this is how you can use authorization routine. Thank you. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this video, and you now know how to use authorization subroutines. If you enjoyed watching this video, please like it and share this with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. In our next video, I'm going to show you how to configure TC server. This is a request from one of our friends from Nepal. So this is what he wrote. So can you make a video on how to set up TC server and TC client? I'm finally going to respond to your needs. Okay? So I'm going to show you how to configure TC server and how to use it in our next video. Stay tuned. See you next. Bye bye.